Bonjour. Hey, yeah, so my name is Sean.
I'm Breeden.
Bonjour, my name is Ryan.
And today, we're continuing on with our trip to Europe, but this time we're talking about Paris, a little bit of Iceland. So stay tuned.
Hello, welcome to your favourite show, Your Life's a Lie, and here's Why with Bray, Sean, and Rye.
Hello.
Fuck.
Yo, what
so
up?
great to be here.
What up, dogs?
God save the fucking Queen.
You really wanted to say that.
This is really our cold open, huh?
Yeah, this is our open.
All right,
That was it. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, we're unfortunately not talking about London in
No,
this
that was
episode,
last episode.
but we had to get that out because it wasn't
Can I
explicitly
also
stated.
get out that I've
Yeah.
been watching a lot of Love Island, and I think my English accent is immaculate thanks to that show.
Do it again.
Wait, Love
Say
Island?
something.
Yeah, Love Island. I've
What
been
is that?
proper fucking mugged off, huh?
Oh, shit.
Y'all should be scared. I'm pissed. Do you get it? I'm pissed. That's what I was
See,
going
but
for.
when
there.
they say piss, they mean
Mugged.
drunk.
Proper mugged off.
Mugged off?
Mugged off.
Proper mugged off.
What about legless?
I've never heard. Is
Legolas?
that drunk?
That's getting drunk.
There's,
Completely legless.
If someone looks good, you say they look fit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he's fit.
Oh, you look
Yeah.
fit. I had this lady calling from cricket. She was from the UK,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I've been trying. See, I was trying to fix this all day, and eventually I just gave up and I said, you know what? I'm getting pissed." And I thought she was like gonna like start like yelling at me or something. But then I realized that she was just saying that she was just gonna go have a drink. And then she clarified, she's like, "And I'm gonna go have a drink." And then
Yep.
that was that.
I know pissed is like fuck isn't that bad of a word there. It's like
Or cunt.
See, yeah, nothing.
Whoa!
bad.
Whoa!
Are we allowed to say that?
On the air?
See, yeah.
Well,
censorship in
I just
America-
don't. I don't see how like that's worse than fuck.
I love the word cunt.
I do too. It's like the only word with power anymore.
That's a
Like if
hard
I want to get to
hitter.
Braden, I can't say fuck. I have to yell. I have to yell the c word at him.
Man.
God, you said it once. You might as well say it again. Don't
No.
say it again.
I'm not saying it
We,
again.
we have our
What if
our
we get
two
just taken down?
our two allotted c words for this.
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurt.
Wow.
What other words have power?
That's
Ooh,
the only
actually,
one.
I know I have another one.
But we're not going to go that route.
Yeah. Anyways, we're talking about.
We'll save that. Actually,
We-
put a pin in that. I'm interested as to what the other word you have is.
No, it's.
Is it what your Minecraft world is called?
cooter? No,
No, I don't know. You were so hesitant to say that last episode.
because it's kind of gross.
It is gross.
No, just a normal cooter. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Sean, you went to Paris.
You went to Ryan. You went to Paris.
I also went
Whoa.
to Paris, but we're
You should both went to
transitioning. We
Paris.
went to Paris, if you
Segue.
remember
Wow.
that.
Segue.
I remember that.
How did we
vaguely.
get there? Once we were in London.
the trolley.
We didn't get there by
No.
airplane, did we?
No, we did not. We went underground. We went under the English Channel.
See, it's free
Is
if
that
you
how you
dig a
smuggle
tunnel
drugs there,
underneath
too?
the channel. You just have to walk a ways.
No, there's a.
And dig
It's called
away.
the Channel because it's a train that goes underneath the English Channel, and then to London.
The trunnel.
Yeah, the Channel. The Channel. I mean, it's not called the Channel, but that's like the slang for it.
Uh-huh.
It's like the train that takes you to Paris or London, and it's like
Yeah.
a 2-hour train ride, and it goes super fast. It's really cool, and it
You're
goes
like-
underwater.
Yeah.
Is it like the front runner but faster? Is
Yeah,
it
it's like
faster?
way faster than the front runner.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
super fast. Yeah,
Huh, that's neat.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Goes underwater.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do
Kind of like in Minecraft. We could do something similar in
I was
Minecraft,
about to say that.
like a roller coaster,
It doesn't even have to be a roller coaster, but it'd be cool.
just like a tube, like a
Yeah.
like a walk through tube.
Yeah.
Fill it with like whales
Uh-huh.
and like the
Dolphins.
drowned.
There's dolphins.
That's sick.
I know.
I forget. Is the drowned in
Yeah.
that version?
Yeah. We're caught up with PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's sick.
Minecraft always shows up in every episode
It's
from
kind of controlling our lives.
At least 25 seconds.
It doesn't control Sean, but like Braden's always playing it. I'm gonna be always playing it with him.
You better.
I've been watching some Hermitcraft for the last 2 months.
See, I wish I could get into it.
I'd also like to point out that everyone on Hermitcraft is from England.
No, they're from all over.
Well,
Some
not
are
everyone.
from
Mumbo.
Yeah.
You gotta love
Mumbo's
that
English.
accent, man.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were like, I thought like Mumbo was a place there for a second.
Wimble Mumbo.
I wombo, you wombo, he, she, we wombo.
We both Wombo.
Wombology, the study of wombo. All right, Sean, tell me about what did we do the first day in Paris? Do you remember?
I remember
Tell them about
being-
our right as we get out of the train and like the area that we were in, that we were immediately
Yeah.
thrown into because
Yeah.
London was like there wasn't a gray spot in London that I was like worried about my well-being.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the second we get out of the train, like once the second we're on the train to our B&B,
yeah.
it was just so fucking dirty. Like the
Yeah.
transport was dirty. Everyone was like kind of like dirty.
Yeah.
See, like London was really, really clean. Like you didn't see like trash. Like there wasn't like a lot of like trash anywhere or anything.
Okay.
Like, you didn't see litter. People were dressed really really nice. Like,
I like that.
it was nice. Like a
Proper
really
fit.
Yeah, proper fit.
I'm gonna throw that in there every once in a while.
And then in France, it was completely different. Well, not completely different, but it was different. Like it was really like dirty, smelled like pee, and then
Ooh.
like you had like people that their dress code was a little more laxed. Like to me, it
Okay.
looked like a little more Americanized, or like a little more American, I guess.
Does
Like
Paris have uglier people too?
they have interesting looking people. I don't know. What would you say? I feel like they had a lot of cute people in Paris.
They did. I
But
agree.
Paris had
like better looking
Guys
people,
and
though.
girls were looking pretty good in Paris.
Yeah, I mean,
Paris
guys and
had
girls
better
were
looking?
pretty good in London too. To be
Okay.
honest, like I think it's just a city thing. Like attractive people just congregate in the city for whatever reason.
Okay.
But no, but like you had like some interesting looking people too. Like you'd have like these tall, like gaunt, like Parisian guys that have like those like big nose and those like piercing eyes and everything. Like slick back, black hair.
Ooh.
It was interesting.
Like John Wick, but darker. and a
Yeah,
bigger
but they were
nose.
like old. They
They're
were
not like
wrinkly.
sexy.
Not
Yeah,
sexy.
I'm not trying to like describe it as sexy. It was like
Weird.
I don't know.
It was weird. Just
Yeah.
different. But yeah, so we were immediately thrown into like just scariness in
Okay.
Paris.
Yeah.
Like the second we were there and everything was in France or French. Like, in London it's like everyone's in an accent, but at least it's English.
Yeah.
So there was still like a language barrier, but this is like we may talk to people who like don't know what we're saying.
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
Which is like super stressful. And so
Yeah.
the first day we get there, we like meet with our B&B hostess named Naomi, and she was the sweetest soul we've ever met in our entire lives.
Naomi.
we would die for Naomi.
Yeah, I'd take a bullet for Naomi in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
And not even think twice about it. But essentially, so we went to our B&B and we walked up 6 flights of stairs.
No, it was
And
more.
It was more.
Wait, no, never mind. It was 6.
I think it was 6. And
Was
it
it
was
an
like
apartment?
the smallest, narrowest stairs ever. Yeah, it was an apartment building.
Spiral staircase.
And it was like a spiral staircase, and we were all carrying our bags, and it was like just the worst. It was so bad. And then like that was what we had to walk up every time. There was no elevator in the building or anything.
Ooh.
And so that was fun. But I mean it wasn't too bad after the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we hung out, cutest little Airbnb ever.
Yeah.
We owe Haley
seriously.
that. She found a good one on like Ridge, who found the cheapest, shittiest one in the world. And so I think after that we went to the Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to like get up there, but so it's like essentially it's free to get in like the park enclosure around the Eiffel Tower,
Okay.
Mhm.
but then to like climb up it costs money,
How much?
and so it's cheap. It's pretty cheap,
Did you
right?
do it?
'Cause we ended up.
it like?
It's like it was like all we needed was that ticket that we ended up buying was like $10, right, or 10 euros.
Yeah.
So it's cheap to do it, but a lot of people pay for the elevator ride. It's like they ride the elevator to the top.
Okay.
Because the only way, because you have a couple options. So you can like It's tiered, and so like if you want to go only to the first floor, you can pay to that, or the second floor, you can pay for that, or if you want to go to the top, you can go all the way to that.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to the first 2 levels, it's cheaper and faster to walk it. It's like 328 steps up each time,
Okay.
which isn't bad. Like it's a good walk, but it's not like the worst. I mean, when you're young, I get like if you're old or something, like it would probably be hard, and you'd want to take the elevator.
Okay.
But even then, it's like I don't know.
Okay.
Like it is and it isn't.
Does it cost more to take the elevator than to just go?
Yeah, so it costs way more to just ride the elevator.
Okay.
But once you're on the second floor, you can't walk up to the top because after that, it's like 1,000 steps.
Gotcha.
And they just don't let anyone walk it, so you have to take the elevator up. And we rode to the top, but that was on a different day. So that the first we got there Monday, and we walked around and we went to a bunch of souvenir shops and like took some photos.
How was it at the top? You didn't even tell me.
Well, we didn't go to the top until the next day.
Oh.
Otherwise, it'll get super confusing for me.
Okay,
I like to try to keep things chronologically.
Okay, I was like, you didn't
No,
tell
you're good.
me.
You're good. We didn't. So we ended up. That day. We didn't end up going to the top or at all. We didn't climb up at all.
Okay.
We just kind of walked around, bought some hot chocolate, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and then walked around. There were people like where we took the photo, like with the Eiffel Tower behind us.
Mhm.
There were like the vendors there were so like aggressive.
Yeah,
like they would
dude.
like beg you to like come
No,
take their stuff or
They'll
like
grab you and
or like
shit.
grab you.
Really?
Yeah.
And like and so there was one where a guy was walking around with an unopened bottle of rosé. And I wanted to like get a picture with a rosé and like and I was like, oh, should I like? So I just kind of like looked at it as I walked by, and he saw me and he like came after me and he was like, he's like, yo, $2, and I was like, no, I don't have any euros on me, sorry, man. He's like, I take American. He's like, no, it's okay, man. And he was like following me around for like probably like 2 minutes, and then after I finally got him to piss off, another guy came and was like, hey, now that you turned him down, take mine. And I was like, no, and like it was weird because it was like. You know in John Wick? You know John Wick?
Yeah,
The second one?
I believe so.
Do you remember when everyone stops? Everyone in the crowded area stops and turns at John and looks at John Wick?
Yeah.
That's how it felt with all of these vendors carrying around liquor. It was like all of them
Yeah.
stopped, looked at me, and like just started it walking towards me.
Why didn't you buy it if it was only $2?
I didn't have $2. I wasn't going to give him a $20 American.
Okay, because
And I wasn't going to buy any liquor from... That dude could have given me anything. Like,
That's true. That's true. Okay.
And so we just took our pictures, and then we went down, bought some groceries, and went to a pub, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out at a pub for a few hours, and then I think
Did
we
you guys
headed
drink
home.
a pint every single day when you were there?
No.
Damn it.
How much is a
I would've
pint? Is
done
a
it.
pint a glass? Or no, a pint is
Yeah.
a pint. Or is a pint a pint? A pint's a pint. A pint's a
Four-
glass.
Yeah, I mean,
4
I mean,
pints
usually like if
is
you're
a gallon.
gonna get beer, I
4
think it
pounds.
always comes in
four
quarts.
pints is a quart.
4 pints
And 4 quarts is a
a
gallon.
gallon. Yep. And then 2 quarts is a pint. Right?
What?
Two cups is a pint. Excuse me. 4 cups is a pint. I don't know.
I think it's 4 cups.
Shit.
I don't know.
No, 2 pints.
But
is
they
a
use the
quart.
metric system.
Oh fuck! Doesn't matter.
It's still the same. Yeah.
Oh shit!
No, we didn't have a pint.
The golden mile.
The Golden Mile.
A
We did
pint.
want to find like a pub crawl, but we didn't ever do that, which is probably for the best. Otherwise, we would have been destroyed the next day.
I would have done it.
I know you would have done it.
You
I'll have
know
to
I
go
would've
with
done
you
it.
sometime. We'll
Will
do
you,
it.
please?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
That'd be fun.
And what did we? The next day is the day that we actually did do the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
And Sean, how was your experience with that? Sean had a kerfuffle with security.
What is a security at the Eiffel Tower?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What did you
Oh,
think you were gonna do?
Oh, yeah. So,
Cute little Sean wouldn't hurt a fly.
I don't know. It's not like too big of a deal. It wasn't like, I mean, like all that happened was that like whenever, for whatever reason, like whenever I have to like check my bags, like at airport security or anywhere, I just turn into like a complete fucking moron. Like I just forget like what to do. Like they just say like, okay, just put your bag in this box, empty your pockets, take off your shoes. That's all you have to do.
Yep.
And then I do like none of that, and like so
Wait, fuck, this is the guy that holds up the line.
yeah, that's me. And then like I So I'm going through like security just in fucking for the Eiffel Tower, and like I'm trying to keep up with our tour group because we took a tour guide through the Eiffel Tower, and like so I put through like my bag and everything, and I get up the stairs and I get away from security, and then like I have to reach my fanny pack, and it's not there around my waist, so I have to go back, and like I like go and I just go and like just grab my fanny pack. Like I didn't think like anything of it. And like this guy is all like, "Hey, whoa, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, this is mine." He's like, "What's inside of it?" And I was like, passport, credit card,
Yeah.
wrappers, I don't
A
know."
simple misunderstanding.
And then he's like, "Okay, pull out the passport. Pull out your passport." I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I pull it out, I like hold it up to him. He like looks at my face, looks at the passport, like back and forth a few times, and then he lets me go. And it was weird. It was dumb. He like probably thought like I like left like a bomb or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
It was funny because he just put it like right on his desk next to him. But
If it was a bomb, he would have been dead, but whatever.
maybe he was like trying to. I don't know. He was trying to figure out because it already went through the metal detector. So maybe he was like just trying to make sure that you weren't like stealing it from somebody else.
Yeah.
But it was so weird because we see Sean. He's like, "Oh, I forgot my bag," and he runs back, and we see like 3 security guards walk over towards him while he's doing this. And we're like, "Oh my god, he's gonna die."
they just start beating me with sticks and pull me into like a back room.
So
That'd be lit.
you took a tour. What does the tour guide tell you at the Eiffel Tower? It's tall, it's big, it's metal.
Told us facts about it. Told us
Yeah.
facts about the surrounding area.
She was from
It
where was she
wasn't-
from? Like Minnesota or something?
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah.
But she had
Okay.
like perfect French too.
Was she interesting?
Yeah, she was pretty interesting.
Okay, now I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Who was more interesting, our Uber driver in San Diego that was talking about horse racing?
San
or her?
Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't even remember her name.
It was, like,
It was-
Janet or Sandra or I don't
Something
know.
like
You could check
that.
your who ordered it. The
That Uber. It was either you
I
or
don't know.
Sean. It was one of you two.
It was a Lyft too. Wasn't
Oh,
it?
was it Lyft?
I don't remember.
I don't know. That was
Yeah.
funny
Probably
though.
me though.
That was
I'd
the
have to
best
look up.
conversation I've ever had.
Yeah, Sean was very
Hands
intrigued
down.
with her. That was a fun ride.
Sean, we ordered bottles of or not bottles. We ordered glasses of champagne at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Really?
We did.
Yeah,
What
because they
was
had
that?
like a little stand like built into the tower where you could
It was-
buy it.
It was like
It was like-
15 euros for a glass, but you had to.
You had to like because
Yeah.
we
I
just
mean,
like we're
like-
holding them and we're like this is so cool.
Imagine going to work at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Go up
That'd be
those stairs every day.
Crazy.
Now you probably get employee access. Probably
Takes the elevator?
they probably
Yeah.
have a secondary elevator just for employees and emergencies and stuff.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy.
because they were only using like 2 elevators at a time
Out of how many?
out of 2 legs or out of each leg.
Oh wait, was the elevator like diagonal then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you had one that would go diagonal, and then like once you get to like the middle, then the elevator just goes straight up to the summit.
What was the diagonal one like?
It wasn't anything cool. It was just kinda
Really?
like an elevator.
It was like an elevator,
But
but
it's still built
slanted.
straight.
yeah, I know what you mean. But
Like, it's
I
not
feel
like-
that's everything. No, yeah,
Fine.
no, I know what you mean. But like that would still be cool. Like, what? You're just sideways. You have to hold on to something so you don't fall over. It still sounds cool to me.
I mean, it was cool.
Okay,
It was cool.
I've never taken a.
Sideways
And
elevator.
a sideways
we can go to that
elevator.
Pyramid Hotel in Vegas. They have a sideways
Luxor?
elevator.
Do they?
Ooh.
Can we just go to the pyramid of like?
We go to Vegas for a weekend.
We could. I want to be.
Hey,
20.
that's a move.
Yeah, wait,
Vegas
you're
isn't
right.
fun unless I'm 21.
Yeah,
That's
you play the slot machines.
yeah.
We could gamble.
Hey, wait, doesn't Hayden have know a cool place in Vegas?
My cousin,
Yeah,
a cool place such as.
like you
18
spend like
and up?
$20.
Yeah, he. Should we say something about that?
We can mention how that's the only time we've ever cut out anything.
We don't listen. We don't cut out clips of this episode. This is raw.
We
footage.
never cut. We never edit our
We
episodes.
don't. The only thing we run it through a software that makes us sound good. But one
Right.
time, we had to cut out 3 minutes of our podcast.
It was 5
because-
minutes. It
5
was-
minutes. My cousin talked about a strip club in the Vegas, and we had no choice to cut it out.
And we said no words. He just went off for 5 minutes, and we were just kind of looking at each other.
We
We
were
didn't
like-
know how to reel it in. It was like our 18th episode, and he was just like going. He's like, "Yo, there's this strip club in Vegas. $20. naked lap dance.
Anything.
Anything.
You want. We're like,
We're just like,
well, at first we were like, that's cool, man. And we were trying to bring it in. He's like, dude, listen to this. And we're like, fuck.
he just kept going. And then after like he left, we all kind of looked at each other. We're like, we need to edit that episode, huh? We were all like, yeah, shit.
Like, dude, we gotta fix that. Anyways.
And then we fixed it and it sounded like perfect. We're like, what?
It did. It was good. It was a good edit. But I don't want to ever do that again.
No.
Yeah, anyways.
So that was the Eiffel Tower. And I believe that night, the Eiffel Tower night, was the night of the Moulin Rouge.
What is that?
Was it?
Yeah. I think the Moulin Rouge was on Tuesday.
Where's Moulin Rouge?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge is a very old theater
Okay.
that plays, what are they called?
Burlesque or
Cabarets,
Cabaret.
which is essentially like entertainment with complimentary spirits, such as we
Alcohol.
yeah,
Champagne.
we got two bottles of champagne with our tickets. That was
'Cause you
included
get a
in our
you get a
tickets.
each
Bottles?
Each
Yeah.
ticket comes with a half a bottle of champagne.
Okay.
So with 4 people.
it's two
And it was
bottles.
actually like a $35 bottle, €35 bottle.
It was,
Shit.
We looked it up.
Okay, go on.
It's good shit.
So we went up. We arrived there. We're sitting. It's a table for 6. So there's 2 other people. There's a couple from like London,
Mm-hmm.
like an older couple. Like they were like in their 50s or 40s. And they were really nice, and we talked to them. And then the show turns
They were
on, and we
nice.
didn't know. Like we were assuming that like Haley booked this thing. It was Haley's idea.
Didn't she
Uh-huh.
say
And-
it was family friendly?
Yeah, she said it was family
somewhere?
friendly, and she was like, there may be like some tasteful nudity, and then like all these girls walk out on stage just like
butt ass naked?
not butt ass naked,
But just-
but boobs,
Mm-hmm. Completely
And-
topless.
and yeah, completely topless, and then that was the show. Like they were doing like all these dances and singing, but then it started getting like fucking nuts, and there was like this juggler who was juggling like 12 things at once. And like in the dark and just spinning them, it was just like the craziest
crazy.
shit ever. And then there was like all of a sudden this tank emerges from the stage, probably like a 15 by 10 foot pool
Yeah.
Mhm.
full of water and full of giant snakes, like real snakes that are slithering around. And this naked girl jumps into it, and then she's like spinning through the snakes and like dancing with the snakes underwater.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. I was screaming my head off. Sean and I were just, yes!
It was so sick.
It was so sick.
You had like this couple who were like on like roller skates, and they were like spinning each other around. This girl was like coming like from like inches from the ground. Like her face was like inches from the ground when she was like being spun around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
just
were on
this,
a
like little
on a platform, a little elevated platform, and they were both on roller skates, and they had like a bungee cord that was like attaching her head to his neck, and she would like spin around him.
Yeah.
And they were like, it was crazy shit. And then there was this crazy muscular guy
Uh-huh.
who was like
Oh, yeah.
lifting himself up on his hands and then just doing like the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I wish
So
we could've
people
filmed
there
it.
were
So,
like these
to
Americans.
put
like,
perspective,
don't get it.
No, like we got it. Like everyone was losing their minds. But like to put it into perspective, if this helps paint a picture, like the in between acts between the girls, those were like the in between ones, like the talent that comes out
Okay.
was so infinitely cooler than anything that could have been on stage.
Uh-huh.
Even a surplus of naked girls.
Yeah.
If that puts in perspective how fucking cool these guys were.
Yeah.
It was tight as fuck. And
Sounds
we
like
only
a
drank
fun
one
show.
of the bottles of champagne
Champagne.
because, and actually it was entirely me and Sean.
Mhm.
Did
And
champagne get you far?
no, not at all.
Man.
No, not at
What
all.
if
It
you
was
drank
just,
both bottles by yourself.
I'm sure it would make your tummy sick probably.
So it's one.
I'm sure it'd make you have to pee. Sean had to pee in the middle of the show.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I had to go in the middle of the roller skating thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But we got to take one home.
A
We
roller
had to
skate?
Yeah.
take no the
Because we were like, well, we have this whole bottle of champagne left. Like, what should we do with it? And I was like, well, let's take it home. Like, I don't. And like, everyone was like, well, I don't know if we should. Like, well, we paid for it. Like, okay, let's just take it out. Like, if they stop us, then we'll just
run for
we
it.
run for it. And so then, like, I'm like kind of like taking it out. I'm like cradling it. Like making sure like nobody like sees me, and like this lady just comes up to me and just hands me a bag. She's like, "Here, put it in this," and then it was super.
And it said like Moulin Rouge on the bag.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, that was cool.
People in London are cool, or France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it was like a fancy show. Those tickets were expensive. Those ones
Really?
were expensive. They were like $100.
Worth
But our
it.
seats were really close. Like they weren't like the nicest one because we weren't in the middle, but we were like towards
Yeah.
the side where the people would walk in and out. Like we were still on this like near the stage.
Yeah.
But like me and Sean were like on the side closest to the stage of the table,
Yeah.
and like their costumes would like hit us. Sometimes.
Yeah, we were getting like slapped in the back of the head by feathers and shit. It was
Yeah.
What the
awesome.
heck?
It's kind of cool. It's kind of ideal. To be honest with you.
That's cool.
So Moulin Rouge was tight as
Okay.
fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, but whenever like they were next to us, like we had to like
You like don't look at them.
Nah.
Like you don't look at the naked girl right next to you, but you can look at the one further from you.
in front
yeah,
of you.
well,
Okay.
like you can like take a glance because like they're right there. You can't like ignore them or anything. Like you can't act like you're trying not to look. You gotta like be like casual about it.
Just get casual peep at the titties is what you're saying.
At the face, in the eyes,
In the
Look
heart.
them in the eye,
Ah, the heart.
but also the titties.
Also the titties.
We didn't pay for. Or we didn't choose the show. It wasn't our idea.
Yeah. See, but like when they
We
would come
owe
up close, you'd realize that they were kind of older.
Well, some of them. There was
Some of
like
them
one
were
of them that was near us that was older.
Yeah, she was like 40 or something, maybe even older than that.
I don't know.
It was impressive. They could still move.
Those ladies could move. What else did you guys do in
We went to the Louvre,
We
the
did.
Louvre?
We saw
Which-
we saw the Mona Lisa.
which Sean took a selfie with the Mona Lisa.
that.
Everyone,
Oh my
who did I show? I
God.
showed Sophie the other day, and she's like, "What is he looking at in that photo?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, "I think,
Sean, what do you think about
I
that
think he's
picture?
looking at himself."
I was just trying to like get a picture and get out of there because like there was like a huge crowd of
Yeah.
people like around the Mona Lisa.
You couldn't even see the
like,
crowd.
There wasn't a line. Like
Yeah.
you had to like elbow your way to the front.
Really?
And like to get like a clear picture of the picture.
Uh-huh.
So like I'm just like trying to like get like a selfie with it, and like I panicked and I just like did like 3 quick ones and I was like, yep, that's good, and I didn't even look at them. And then-
If I could explain your face in that picture with one word, it would be satisfied.
I would say dazed and confused.
Yeah, I looked.
You looked
No,
like
like for whatever reason, I could not take a picture. I could not take a good picture on that whole trip. Like every picture, like I just looked like completely lost. Like I did not belong. Like I stumbled into this group photo and like, God.
I didn't experience that trip with you guys, unfortunately, but I vividly remember you taking pictures in the San Diego Zoo of the gorillas, and you must have taken at least 300 pictures of those things. It was so cute.
You took so many photos.
But I
I
was-
to get like different angles of the
Yeah,
gorilla.
but I was expecting you to come back from London, Paris, and everything with
Yeah.
a billion pictures. But
I'm actually disappointed at like the amount of pictures that I took. I wish I took more.
yeah.
Like of just like, because like the majority of my pictures are like pictures of like paintings and shit that like we went to so many museums that like I just got like by the time we got to the Louvre, like we did not care anymore. We just
Yeah.
wanted to get out of the museums because like I was like I was
Yeah.
like tired of like museums.
I remember
It
I
was-
walked into the room with the Mona Lisa. I saw it from afar, and I walked past to the gift shop. And I was like, oh, cool, because it's like this tiny ass painting on this huge ass wall with a giant pane of glass in front of it,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, cool. And
How
there was
much
like,
is that?
And
there
the
was like,
rope is like 20 feet away from it.
How much
Yeah,
is the
I
Mona
don't
Lisa
know.
worth now?
I don't know. It's probably technically priceless at this
Yeah.
point.
I'm gonna Google it.
Because from my understanding was that the Mona Lisa was stolen in the 90s and no one even knew about it. And then when they got it back, that's what made it priceless.
Whoa.
It wasn't even a famous painting at some point. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. That's just what the rumor that I've heard.
Wow.
In 2018, 830 million.
That's not. I mean, that's pretty close to $1 billion. Like that's a good amount of money. But I feel like that's
So like, like I guess like somebody could just like buy that if they.
really wanted to. But I have a feeling like they wouldn't want to sell it. Maybe
There are other things that are more expensive,
like what?
like this one from
Like the Eiffel Tower.
No, from Van Gogh. This is over 900 million.
Yeah, I was disappointed because I thought they had Van Goghs.
Yeah,
at,
I did
at
too.
the Louvre, and so when we went, I was like, "Where's the Van Goghs?" And it was not there.
Because
Yeah.
I think I remember like that episode of Doctor Who where they like visit Vincent. Didn't they take him to the Louvre to look at his paintings? I thought that was.
I don't
That
know.
was a thing.
I don't know. They could have gotten like one in London, maybe. Or I know there is one. There was a one in France that did have Van Goghs. I just wasn't that one. At that point, we'd already been to like 7 museums, and we were like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, seriously. Like that was like the majority of like what we did. I think.
Yeah.
were museums.
I don't like museums, and I don't like
No?
touristy shit.
No,
I like just hanging out.
I was so tired
pubs
of
and stuff.
walking.
Yeah. Oh, I remember walking at the Tower of London. I was like, "Fuck this! Like, I want to go home. I want to go to a pub and
Yeah.
just hang out, kick back,
Do you think you were there
watch
too
the
long?
game."
Was that
Like again, like I feel like we couldn't have done it for any less time.
I know, but it sounds like you did a lot of things you didn't really love doing, like the
Right, but I
museum.
feel like it's things like you have to do.
Yeah.
Like there's like that is what you do when you go there. Like you do those things. So maybe like if I were to go again, when we do the more like niche and advanced, interesting stuff, that would be cool.
Advanced tourist.
Advanced tourism. And so yeah, that'll probably be the move for if and when we go back.
Okay. Did you guys do anything else cool in Paris?
We went to like the Notre Dame, and we went to Montmartre, which is another cathedral, and they're like those cathedrals are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like it was weird because like every time like we ever went to a cathedral, like even in London, we
Yeah.
somehow managed to like get there right when they were having mass. So
They're
like
having
we,
ceremonies.
yeah, so we got to like
But you
listen,
can still walk in and stuff. Like you can still tour and stuff.
yeah, like you just had to like be quiet, but like we got to like listen to their like choirs and everything, which
Yeah.
I mean to me like sounded really really cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it was really cool. And then when we went outside, we kind of like walked outside like in like the courtyard and everything. And there's like a park like in the back of the Notre Dame, and then like the bells started tolling and everything, so we got to like hear the bells of the Notre Dame, which was just
Cool.
amazing. It
Yeah.
was-
Did you guys take pictures of the cathedral? I'm looking to build one on Minecraft. I need a good picture for my build.
I mean, I took so many pictures of that on the inside. You can probably like just from the pictures that I have, like you could,
I don't even need to Google any.
yeah, you could just make it to scale from that.
That's fun.
The Ark was cool.
The Ark of
The Arc
Oh,
de
yeah.
Triumph.
Yeah, when we were because like
And so, have you seen Mission
tell me.
Impossible, the new one?
Nope.
Okay, it's tight as fuck. But he rides around it in a motorcycle, and it's cool. That's pretty much the best part. But yeah, we're right down the street. France has rioted every Saturday for the last 19 Saturdays, or the last 20 Saturdays.
Really?
For their yellow vest movement. They're a bunch of rioters, and they like to light shit on fire and
what is their
and
movement?
trash
I think
the
we
shit.
saw one on the
I don't-
train.
I don't know.
He had like a police jacket on with like an anarchy symbol markered on, and he had like boots and a mohawk.
Yeah,
What are
it's
they
cool.
rebelling against? Or what is their
We don't know.
movement?
Taxes, maybe.
I think, yeah. Also, we were there while the UK was, like London was going through like the whole Brexit thing, and so they were
Yeah.
having like 1 million protesters like in London when we were
What is
there.
Brexit?
They were leaving the EU,
Mhm.
I believe.
I heard about
Yeah.
that.
So I don't know. We
Yeah.
still don't really understand it, but that was happening at the same time. But so
Mhm.
we were at
Yeah,
France,
it's out
and
of
luckily we
Parliament.
were in France from Monday to Friday. So we missed the riots, but like we were there we saw the Ark on like Wednesday or Tuesday,
Okay.
and we saw like the aftermath of the riot that was there the last week, and they had like trashed the place. Like they were burning buildings and like destroying McDonald's and like
Oh no.
Like there's like a French flag that's hung in the middle of the arc, and that was just like hanging by like just one corner of the flag. Like the other flag like somehow got like taken off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was because of the riots. Maybe it was because of the wind. I don't know,
Mhm.
but a lot of
yeah,
smashed
and so they had
windows
like
and shit.
destroyed like all these buildings, like all these fancy buildings as well. Like there was like a Cartier or whatever it's called, jewelry building, and there was like 8 security guards standing in front of it now, like because oh man, it was nuts. And then we went to McDonald's that day too, like France McDonald's,
Mhm.
and it was like so fancy, like it was so nice.
Yeah.
That's how it is in other countries. I've
Yeah,
heard. I've
yeah,
heard in
and it was also
Mexico-
expensive as fuck.
I've heard in Mexico it's very expensive.
Mhm.
Whoa,
like-
shit.
Like, yeah, I heard on another podcast that's like Mexico McDonald's is like you don't want to go. Like, it's expensive even for your birthday. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
That's
crazy.
what I heard. I might be wrong, but
That's weird. I went to Mexico once, or when I was in Mexico, and I went to McDonald's once.
uh-huh.
And I remember they had like a lock on the like bathroom door that you had to like enter in your receipt number.
No way.
Yeah.
Weird.
And but I remember it wasn't cheap or it wasn't expensive where I went, but I was in
Really?
like fucking like Tijuana or some, or Ensenada or something. It
I
wasn't
was
Tijuana.
going to say Tijuana is the
Tijuana's
scary
like
part.
the drug lord cartel.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
where
in
you get
Ensenada,
stabbed.
but it was pretty fucking gross and grimy.
We could have. I mean, if we had passports, we could have gone to Tijuana.
What do you mean? Like we
when-
still
when
can
we
at
were-
any
when-
point?
Well, no, like when we were in San
Oh,
Diego,
shit, we could have.
because we were like right next to the border. Like it was just like just like a few minutes away.
Oh yeah,
We were right next to the border. We could
Yep.
have gone to Tijuana.
We were
We
very
could do
close.
that next time.
I don't know why I would want to go to Tijuana.
The
Horse
drinking-
racing.
Ah, the horse
Isn't it-
races.
I think the drinking age is like 18 there.
It
I
is
think it's like
also, right?
6.5 or something.
6.5. Yeah. They just don't check your age.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think I care about anything.
You got cash? Boom, throw it on there.
Bang,
Cool.
boom, bang, boom. Got it good.
I'm trying to think anything else
In Paris?
cool in Paris. It was pretty
Mm.
fucking tight, but
Yeah, we
You already know that Sean's selfie is going to be the meme for this episode.
Yep.
yes,
We'll
That's
have
a
the-
good one.
yes.
Love that. See, when I like
I love
after I
that
took it,
picture.
I was
It's a
like,
good one.
yeah, if I give this to Ryan, he's gonna tiny ridge me. Which, speaking
Oh
of,
shit, we never talked about Tiny
we
Ridge.
didn't talk about Tiny Ridge.
What is that? Yeah, I saw Tiny Ridge.
Okay, so we were all walking around Wimbledon Park,
Yes.
and it was like the whole squad was
Mhm.
rolling out, and then Ridge was like, "Hey, I'll take a picture of you guys," and then so he took a picture of it. I was like,
And
"Hey,
he's
go
like-
stand over there, and I'll Photoshop you in." And he
Okay.
says, "Okay," and so he just stands there, takes a photo, and then we're sitting at the pub, and I just start laughing so hard, and everyone's like, "What's up?" And I like show him, and it's like just a tiny version of Ridge next to all of us.
Did whoever take the picture take it from further back?
No, it
Or
was
did
like
you
it was
shrink
perfect. Like it was
Really?
a perfectly sized.
Oh!
It was like a perfectly sized photo of like what it would have like what we needed it to be for me to Photoshop him in,
Really?
and then I just made him super small, and then we tried some other things like I made him really big and turned the opacity down, like so he was like a god in the sky. And then I tried doing one where he was like a titan in the back. And then I did one where he was really
Like Attack on
wide.
Titan, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like he was like really wide. But the best one was Tiny Ridge. And
Tiny
then I ended up making a real one of like where I because I just used some shitty like Photoshop app. It's not even the
Yeah.
Photoshop one because it won't let me do it. But for mobile, and so I like made a normal sized ridge, and then I duplicated it, flipped it so it had like a shadow
Yeah.
and like a reflection, and I added like a filter so it was like really wavy and turned the opacity down, so it looked like he had a shadow. Like I made one where it looks like he's exactly in the picture.
It
Really?
looked
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, like you wouldn't
like
think
at first
about
glance, you wouldn't think, but like once you start looking a little
You
closer,
should have made him all black and made him like a locked character.
it. Right,
we did.
we did do that.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much everything we did, we messed with.
like just his clothes
At the
but
pub.
his face
Yeah.
is like black or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, the sad part was like where it really got out of control is that we were like all walking home, and then Ridge's sister was like, "Guys, wouldn't it be crazy if Tiny Ridge was real?" And then we all just started just roasting him and like all the way home, and
just absolutely trashing him for no reason for just taking a photo of us.
He was
we were,
nice.
We were
He
making fun
took
of Ridge the whole trip. Like
He
Ridge,
took the picture for you guys.
he was just sitting there waiting for it to be over. Just,
we're like, what if Tiny?
Guys.
She was like, Kennedy was like, what if Tiny Ridge was real? And we were just laughing so hard, like imagining the real world implications of like
Tiny Ridge.
Tiny Ridge.
while we're walking, he's having to like run alongside us to keep up with his little legs.
He's got like a little convertible car. He's like Stuart Little.
Hold on.
Have you guys seen my little red convertible?
Hold on.
I parked it here. I hope it didn't get towed.
I have to. Is it on your main account, Ryan, or no?
It's on my secondary, I believe. Maybe.
I have to find it because now I'm very curious. I've seen it before, but
Tiny Ridge.
Paddington fan account. Here
Know
it
it.
is.
Then we just included Tiny Ridge in like every picture
All right.
in like Paris. And
all right.
everything.
He's so little. He's such like a halfling size.
He is very little.
See, and it
It's a very
the
clean
question.
cut for that Photoshop app.
Yeah,
Would-
it's not bad.
Would he have his normal voice, or would his voice be higher pitched since he's smaller?
See, I don't know. Leave in the comments below, everyone. DM
Yeah.
us on Instagram.
Oh, this is Sean's picture. I love this. This is going on. Is this Tiny Rich in the
Yeah.
picture? It's Sean with Tiny Rich. Oh, I love it. Paddington Bear. Very cool. Very cute. Do we have anything else for Paris?
No, I think that's it. I had a 24-hour layover in Iceland, though.
24?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that means like we left the airport, right? Because it was like a 3-hour train or plane ride from London.
Wait, so were you in Iceland by
So-
yourself? Or?
So I was with Ridge and Trevor.
Okay.
But Ridge has an ex-girlfriend who was there for a week. Her and her friend rented a van and were driving around Iceland all week.
Okay.
And so she met up with us and picked us up from the airport, took us to our hostel. Ridge was stupid sick, and so he fell asleep for the rest of the day.
Uh-huh.
And then me, Trevor, and her name was Kelsey, we went out and like toured Iceland and like walked around like the city that we were in. We were in Reykjavik.
Uh-huh.
And Iceland is lovely, just
Really?
beautiful, super cold, but like so nice. And Icelandic is the stupidest language you'll ever hear.
Really?
And so when you hear people talk, they sound so stupid. But the interesting thing is that everything is insanely expensive because they have to import everything.
Yeah.
And so all food there is like 20,000 Icelandic kroner, which is
that?
$20.
Okay.
It's like if you knock off 2 zeros, it's the value
It's
of
the
what it is. So,
So 3 zeros?
right,
20,000?
3 zeros or with decimal or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you knock off a certain amount of numbers, that's exactly what it is in US dollars.
Okay.
So everything's like 10,000, 15,000 Icelandic kroner.
Okay.
And crazy cool though. I loved it there. Like it was so fun. They had like these Icelandic hot dogs which were delightful.
Why didn't you go,
Yeah.
Sean?
Sean
I had a
didn't-
different plane.
Yeah, Sean had a direct plane. So that means he got to go home like the day that he flew home.
Yeah.
And so I was grateful that Iceland was actually super cool. Otherwise, that would have like sucked to like.
That
just-
would have
yeah.
sucked, yeah.
But it was way fun. We like tried going to some pubs and nothing was really like popping anywhere. But we went to this place and I posted on my Instagram account the crepe that I had. That was
Yeah.
like $22.
Uh-huh.
But it was literally the greatest thing I've ever tasted. Like
Yeah.
it was so good because it was like this fresh made crepe. They made it right in front of you
Mm-hmm.
with like Nutella and bananas and strawberries and like it was like strawberry sorbet.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was like honestly like about to tear up like how happy I was. It was so good. And they're like I bought some cool like merch there. And I got my little brother like a Norwegian troll doll, like a
like a troll.
yeah, like a little troll because they had these little trolls everywhere. And yeah, there wasn't much. We did the next day. We were gonna drive out to go see a crater, and
Wow.
like this really cool crater. And we started driving because she had this van, and like just the most like ungodly rains I've ever seen in my life. Like we've been in rain. We've seen crazy rainstorms.
Yes.
You guys haven't seen like Icelandic rainstorms.
Uh-huh.
Because it was just the hardest thing ever with like the craziest fog ever. And we were just like sliding off the road. And we were like, and I was like, we can't keep going. Like it's an hour and a half drive each way. We need to turn back. Like it's only getting worse. So then we pull over to this gas station and we were like seeing if they had any food. And he's like, no, but the bakery across the street has the cheapest soup in all of Iceland. And we're like, that's a weird thing to say. And we went and it was like this like amazing little bakery with
Yeah.
like the cheapest soup in all of Iceland, and like because it was like $10 for all you can eat soup. Anywhere else it would have been like $30 for all
Yeah.
you can eat soup. And so I ate so many croissants while I was out. I ate like a croissant like every day.
Because the bakeries in Europe are fucking bomb.
And they had these chocolate croissants, and they're not like
Oh.
chocolatey, but they have like a little bit of chocolate in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're so good. Chocolate croissant is fire.
Oh yeah.
Would you like
And
to
so-
have a taste of my croissant?
What's the matter, Jimmy Coon? Could it be that you were craving my croissant?
Oh. And so, yeah, Iceland was tight as fuck, and that would be our trip. Oh, I did almost cry as well when we landed back in Denver finally, and I had a McDonald's,
Yeah.
and like it was just so salty and like bad for me. I was so happy. Like that tasted so good.
Why
That
is
was like on par because everything we tasted wasn't like salty or
Yeah.
like greasy or fun or good. Even like Five Guys there wasn't like greasy.
Really?
They had a Five Guys in London. They had a couple
Yeah.
of them,
Oh.
and we ate there one night. But yeah. Oh yeah. So why I closed the window the whole way home
Yep.
was because we were flying. We flew out at 6 p.m. of Iceland, and then we lost 6 hours. But we were flying that like towards the U.S.
Yeah.
And so we were following the sun the whole way home. So it was like midnight for me, but it was like still sunny the whole way home. This is the whole level of sun. So I closed the window immediately and didn't open it once. I opened it a couple times to look out, and I would see like the frozen like the frozen sea essentially in between Canada.
Cool.
But most of the time it was like too cloudy to see it.
See, okay.
Yeah. But that was my trip. Sean, did you like your trip?
My trip back?
No,
In
just
general.
your trip in general.
Oh,
man.
yeah. I loved it.
Your trip back, you guys had like a direct flight though, wasn't it? For like
Yeah.
10 hours or something.
Yeah. I watched like 4 movies, and
Fuck.
it was actually like it was actually not a bad flight. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I gave Ridge a Valium on the way home or on the way to Iceland.
What did you, do you take
And
it?
it passed him out, and then he didn't wake up feeling good. But then I also took one and then passed out and then woke up again like an hour later. Because I was wondering like if
So
it was...
the Valium is not very good from what I hear.
I mean, it's cool because like, I don't know, for me it like super cleared out my headspace for like a week.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Where do you get
Not
these?
bad.
I'd have to find like a distributor of some kind. I don't know.
Where'd you get yours?
Family. You know how like when it blurs the lines between what's right or wrong when your family gives you shit?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. Oh,
You know
shit.
exactly what I'm talking
I
about
do.
too. Because I want to go to one of your family parties where they cook with
Oh,
when they cook with THC.
Dude, that's something. Having THC.
Having Thanksgiving with certain food that you can't touch if you
With-
don't want to fail a drug test.
with certain food, I couldn't eat half of the food there, or I would fail a drug test. Isn't that insane? But it's a
Insanely
family get
awesome.
together. That's dope.
Will you invite me to the next one of those? That sounds kind
I
of
could
fun.
probably tag you along, man. We can get high.
I'll tell Brandon that I'll bring some RC.
You'll bring some RC. Yeah,
I'll bring a drone.
bring a drone. He'd love that.
So yeah, Sean, what was your highlight, man?
Dude, the highlight was probably
the Mona Lisa.
Moulin Rouge. Mona Lisa.
okay. The Moulin Rouge was sick.
Moulin Rouge was crazy cool.
But the Notre Dame definitely.
Notre Dame was so sick.
that was high on my bucket list. So.
Whoa, what was that again? Remind me.
Yeah, the Notre Dame is just this big cathedral.
Oh, the cathedral.
in France. You ever seen the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Nope.
That Disney movie?
Nope.
Amazing.
He's only seen one Disney movie, and it was Wall-E.
Wally.
I mean,
Eva.
if it's gonna be a Disney movie, Wally's not.
Ratatouille.
No.
We did.
Wally.
Disneyland Paris. Fuck, we went to
Whoa,
Disneyland
yeah,
Paris.
I
That
don't
was
know
lit
why I
as
keep on
fuck.
forgetting that we did that. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll just hit that real
Sounds
quick.
like a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was way fun. It was stupid fun. I took Groot.
Go crazy, yeah. Go stupid.
Go stupid.
Go stupid.
Go mentally deranged.
Go mentally deranged, yeah. Lose your marbles, yeah. Go wacky. Go brainless, yeah. Go on.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was cool. Everything was Ratatouille themed pretty much.
Why?
Because
Paris?
Ratatouille took
Paris?
place in Paris. It was a Paris dish.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And was it fun roller coasters? Was it as fun as? Well, okay, what's better?
Yeah, there were some cool ass roller
there
coasters.
was.
For like Disneyland, it was fucking nuts. There was some cool ones.
Was it
Yeah.
better than Disneyland in the U.S.?
There wasn't as much to do,
know.
but there was
Okay.
some cool shit like that we didn't have in the US one.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of like walkthrough attractions
Was
and
it
a lot
expensive?
of their I mean, it was about Disney price. We missed out on like this deal that we could have got if we bought them online though, which sucked, but it is what it is.
Yep.
But Disneyland Paris was way fun.
Really though.
I liked that. That was a lot of fun.
That Star Wars ride. What was it called? Wasn't Space Tours.
Hyperspace Mountain.
Hyperspace Mountain.
There was like
dude.
doing like corkscrews and shit and like going
Ooh,
upside
yeah.
down. That was way fun.
See,
And it was like completely in the dark.
yeah, because you're in this roller coaster like in like a dark dome, and
Yeah.
like there's like TV screens that like, or there's like projectors that show like enemy ships like flying past you, and there's like lasers shooting past you and shit,
That
and
sounds
you're like
crazy.
doing like spirals and loops and all that, and it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was really fun.
And then for some reason they had an attraction for the movie Armageddon, which
yeah,
was
like the 25-year-old movie was like Bruce Willis
Yeah.
and Steve Buscemi.
No idea.
no, yeah. It was-
Right, yeah, that's the point. Like,
like you go in and you're in this group, you're just like in like this like small group of people, and there's this guy like up top on like this balcony, and there's this TV screen showing this like showing this little whatever it is with it's like from like the 90s. It's old. It's like
Yeah.
a 20-year-old video of like who's that big black guy in like
Terry Crews.
no,
Damn.
wait,
Ving
Jack.
Rames
Terry
or
Crews?
I don't know.
it's not
It's
Terry
not Terry
Crews.
Crews. No.
Terry Crews is the
That's
Old Spice dude.
guy.
Yeah.
No, the guy from like Green Mile. He plays like Kingpin in like the Daredevil movie from like the early 2000s. That big dude. But yeah, anyway, he's there and he's all like, "Yeah, Hollywood's come a long way with special effects," and like, tells you about the movie Armageddon, and then you go into like this interactive room where basically like you're in like this like Soviet space station. You get hit by asteroids, and like just like random things start like blowing up and catching on fire and everything.
And there's literally fire like in this attraction. Like there's like 50 people in this like space station, and it's like a simulation of like what special effects can do. And so it was like having like fire come down from the ceiling or from the side, or like things were shaking and breaking and the walls looked like they were falling in because of like it getting shook.
Yeah.
And then there was a part where the whole floor like shook a whole level.
Yeah,
It was crazy. It was really cool. Like it dropped and everyone screamed when like all the lights went out.
it was like it was weird. It was jarring. Like,
It was stupid fun, and Haley hated it.
yeah.
His name was Michael Clark Duncan.
Yep.
Or Terry
I mean, I
Crews.
wouldn't know, but I'm sure that's
Sure,
that
that's
sounds
right.
Yeah. So Disneyland Paris is tight. The
It
whole
was.
trip was tight.
That was a great trip.
Sounds like a good trip.
It was a great trip.
I want to go on it. I've still never been out of the country.
Well, let's
that
go to
was-
Tijuana,
see, that
baby.
was our
Not
first time.
Tijuana.
Wait, Ryan, have you?
I was in Mexico once,
Mexico.
but it was.
I want to go
nothing.
to Japan.
I'd go to Japan.
Same.
Japan is cool. Let's go
I
to
would,
Japan.
I would go on a trip to Japan.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Although I don't ever want to go on a plane ride again for a long time.
Japan would be a longer flight. Isn't Japan like 15 hours?
No, because I think you fly the other way, don't
Yeah.
you?
Would you see? Because would you? I don't know. Maybe. See, maybe it's. I don't know. Maybe it's closer than you think.
I feel like
Japan?
it is because like the Japan in World War II, they were able to bomb us.
Yeah, they were able to
From
bomb
Japan.
Hawaii.
Yeah, they were able to bomb Hawaii. But I guess Hawaii is pretty far away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you looking up the flight time between?
Yeah, I am.
What did you look up? Like California and
I just looked up cheap flights, Salt Lake City to Japan.
cheap flights.
Well, that's the first thing that came up. I wasn't specifically looking for cheap because I don't know if I care how much the price is.
Right.
Man, I would go to Japan in a heartbeat. Well, I mean, not right now, but
Right.
I'd love to.
One stop.
I'd want to like see like the.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know
the
if you're gonna find
countryside
a
of it,
one
too.
stop between here and Japan.
You'd probably have like a layover in California or something.
California to Japan. Flight time. Here we go. Come on. 11 hours, 18 minutes. That's probably going the opposite way then.
So that's
'cause
the
your
opposite
guys'
way, because yeah, that's crazy.
That is.
That is crazy. Go to Japan.
Wait,
Anyways.
would that be going in the direction like passing over California, or are you still going?
No, that's from California.
California to
You have to
Japan,
go to
going
California and then to Japan.
I see.
going west.
Yeah. Well, sounds like it was a fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Good
super
time.
fun.
I think that's everything we got for this episode, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, peace
Cool.
out. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.